Hi everyone and welcome back to Winter of Series 13 in Forza Horizon 5. This is Aussie Rules, the first seasonal championship we're gonna do in this week's festival playlist, and it takes us into dirt racing in A-class in Australian made cars, of which there's not that many. It's not a huge amount of choice that you have. You can basically drive Holden HSV or recently released HDT Commodore, and that's the whole selection. Now, we already drove HSV car in this week's trial, and I actually tried it for this champ, and even though it was too easy to beat AIs in it, I didn't feel like it provides the ease of drive or competitiveness that I would usually hold myself as a standard to. So here I am in this Holden Monaro. And as you can see, the tune, at least for the Montagna Trail, in the beginning seems to work quite well. I started dead last, if you didn't notice, and that didn't stop me from being in the first position by, the first serious turn? And I flew absolutely past the whole pack, the AIs, the players, all combined, and just look at that gap. It looks like the front AI did tune into my settings, or was set up according to my car, so that's why they are first of the rest in front of others. But I do expect other players to catch up. We've got Chazzy in the convoy, and I don't think he's gonna let it go that easily, though. Just looking at the difference in speed between our cars, it might be that at least here on Montagna Trail he's not getting any chances unless I actually mess up badly, which is not such a impossible thing. I have a history of doing that before, and in particular Montagna Trail has never been really kind to me. It's a very long and twisty track with a pretty narrow road and checkpoints, so there's a lot of chances for you to mess it up, and for me of course as well, and I did do that more than once on these tracks, and let's be fair, on many others. But now Chaz is second, not very far behind, but still quite a gap, and we've got a quarter of a race to go, so I don't think I'm gonna let him close enough for an actual attack. But let's see. Never say never, and never jump before you run, because it's racing, right? It's Forza. Everything can happen, or anything. You can miss a checkpoint, you can mess up a jump, or just smash the wall in one of the corners, and that's it. The multi-second gap can disappear very briefly. But something has happened there. I'm not sure. I didn't pay too much attention to the behind, but AI is again in front, and Chazzy is now down to 4th place. I know, I'll ask later what happened there, but in the meantime I'm finishing this race first with a huge advantage. So obviously, if you're looking for a tuned car combination for this champ, this Holden Monaro does work indeed. And Charles passed his opponent, so back in second. Nice. Let's go for the second race, and that's gonna be Horizon Baja Scramble, another track that has never been kind to me, and I don't know, actually I quite like it. It has a good combination between slow corner, fast corners, and fast straights that are long enough to actually have some top speed, but I've just never been successful on it. But yeah, at least the start seems to go reasonably well. But just as I said it, I smashed the wall, and now messed up this corner. This is not very nice, and look at that. The moment I gave a chance to Chaz, there he is, right in front, battling for the first place. Already took the first place, so now I have work to do if I want a chance of finishing this race first at all. but let's see. Just did indeed choose the Commodore. I was looking at the car for this champ as well, but that being a seasonal exclusive car, I thought that quite a few people might have missed it, and I really don't want my recommendation to be something that you have to chase in the auction house. Though it did happen before, not intentionally though, but there's so many cars that have been released since the game release over the year of serious and seasonal rewards that yeah, every now and then you'll see me driving a seasonal exclusive car. Hopefully the backstage dealership will eventually find its way in Forza Horizon 5, and there'll be more ways to obtain exclusive cars again. But in general, you just, you know, if you wait a little bit or long enough, they always come back. Now, it doesn't look like I'm catching up on Chazzy at all. I'm not falling further behind, at least not by much. No, I am. Actually, the gap is increasing. So, as dominant as my Holden was on Montagna Trail, it doesn't seem to be dominant here at all, and Chazzy's Commodore is working just fine, unless that's just my sloppy driving. But no, I think there's his car is just way more suitable for this particular track. So I'm gonna find out the details of the tune he used, and I'll post that in the description as well, and that way you're gonna have a choice between Holden here, that is way stronger on Montagna Trail, but a little bit less so here on Horizon Baja Scramble, or the Commodore, which is the opposite, still strong on Montagna Trail, but not as strong as Holden, and very good right here. Now overall the team scoring is nothing to worry about, even though we have plenty of players somewhere at the back of the pack. 1-2 between me and Chazzy gives a sufficient boost to points to not worry about that. So this is going to be the 2 races championship. I don't see that changing at all. And yeah, my suggestion always, you know me, if you can run seasonal champs, do them in co-op. That's way more interesting and quite a bit faster as well, because you only need to do 2 races, not 3, unless you manage to miss one of the. So we are coming to the very end of this track. That's it for this championship. I won the first race, I came second in the second race, and that's always fine because the team result is what matters the most. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.